Shoo-dooby dooby, shooby dooby doo. Yeah, baby. Everybody knows what time it is. Time to drink a beer. Time to drink the beer. Oh, great. Oh, great. I need to find a better pocket. Well, I was cutting pieces of wood here on the table, and now everything's covered in sawdust. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright. If you're there in the chat, I can't see you. Sorry. Hold on just a sec. I'm not on the correct Wi-Fi. Even more time it takes. Now even more time it takes. Thinking time, I knew you were here, dude. I could feel it. I could just feel it in my bones. Who's talking to me? Oh, that's me. Scared me, man. That gave me the heebie-jeebies. I got the goosebumps, the goose pimples. I got scared, y'all. Testing out the axe a little bit on this hardwood stock. Come on. Not a bad saw, y'all. Not a bad saw. Not bad at all. Hey, taking time. Drop a like, man. I know you're going to. I know you're going to. Oh, by the way, I figured this out about it, right? So, yeah, you just gotta. I had a problem with that at first. Now that I know that that's how you release it, you just gotta grab the obvious grabby part and then go and jam it right into the wound that's on your hand. Ouch! Painful. Ah. Painful. Hold on, I gotta dust the table, y'all. And then, also, yeah, see, I cut a couple pieces of wood. A couple of nice looking pieces. Yeah, you got that. Always save every piece of that hardwood stuff you can find. Especially if it's like middle stock, round over, center of the tree stuff. It's always the best, always the most figured. Water bottle, if you have a big water bottle, get a little pouch, put some knives in it. Come on, put a knife in it. Right? That's $7 in Walmart, but it's I saw it on clearance the other day for $3 or $4. You know, it comes in like an OD green as well, and it comes in pink. Because, you know, it's in the accessories section. Or do you pronounce it accessories or accessories? That's a good question. Accessories? That's, man, I don't, because I've heard people say it the other way too. Oh yeah, I shared out a channel that I found while I was flipping through stuff. A guy says stuff that I say. It's like, be positive. Take care of yourself. Be good to others. And he does these daily pocket checks. I think that's cool. It's a cool idea. I would steal it if I was a regular content creator. But I'm something different, folks. I can't do anything normal. I really kind of wish I could. It sucks though. Like, you know, I've spun off of ideas that people have I've seen from other people, but I've never straight up just like took the whole thing and copied what they did. You know what I'm saying? Unless it was for a joke. There was one time when I did that with one of the first heavy viewers of the channel. What's his name? Tater TTV. Yeah, Tater. I hope Tater shows back up some point. I'm pretty sure he watches a lot. And if not, he's if not, I hope he's alive. So people can get people can get shuffled off, and I never hear about it. So, at least not till like 10 years later or something. You know, I gotta tell you that that pink razor video doing pretty good. I was surprised, man. To be fair, that's magenta. Okay, it's a very bright magenta. I wouldn't call that a pink. But if you are telling your guy to go buy them, tell that guy that they're pink. You know, but they're very good, by the way. Very thick, and they have like one. I got to get the other version of it too, where it looks exactly like a razor blade, and I've used those before too. I'd say those are pretty good. The Target Hammer Multi-Tool. Hold on, I'll pull stuff back out. I just got to get the table cleaned off. Yo, Carry Crew. Hey, I shared out a channel, a guy seemingly acolyting it. Like, down to, this is one of his daily carries, his pocket carry. So, but he's got like a white one, a green one. I guess that like they had this little boom a little while back, and you could buy like a bunch of different panels or something off of other people, or I don't know. But you know how it goes. How you doing there, Red? I hope you're doing well. Red's got this great channel out there, Carry Crew. He's doing something very similar, kind of just going through his entire repertoire of everything that he's ever used. Hopefully one day he kind of speaks out. He's got a pretty good opinion on what EDC means. So doing good. I saw your text message, man. I had to get that video done. I took like a nap. Man, I am wrecked. You saw the pictures, man. Like tearing up paper out there. It's actually kind of starting to look like a dang kitchen again. So like I can only hope and kind of pray that this even just kind of like a cosmetic, everything looks right. They can take photographs, gets us there, so that all the little stuff left is practically inconsequential. Hey, can I recommend a tool to y'all? Can I recommend a tool? These pry bars are some great ones. You see, I did put a bit of a sharp on it on one side. This side was pretty flat, but I did do a tip sharp there. This one is a backwards one. I know that's hard to explain, but it's this way. So when you're putting it against whatever you're prying out, I was taking apart like a toy set, not a toy set, a play set or whatever today. Or parts of a place, I should say, and get that wedged, and then it hold tension on the bolt. Yeah, like I said, I don't have anything new either today. That's the other thing. I literally got to do payroll, and I got to get paid, and so it's going to be a broken stream. I got about an hour and a half or so right now, and then we can hang out a little bit later too. But basically, pre-streams. Hey, Pops, what's up? No, I'm about to. Okay? Yeah, I understand. Like, trust me when I tell you that's acutely something I need to do, and I need to do it soon. I love you too. Oh, he's so tired right now. Red, I would not even say I'm online right now. And he'd be pissed if he knew, really. I think you should always know that if the light's on and I'm sitting here, I'm friggin', you should know that by now, that I am online. Cheers. Like I said, I got a beer, got about an hour to kill. And then I got to spend about 20 minutes doing some real work. I at least don't have any like painting and shit here at the house anymore. So cheers. Yeah, and I got to say something to Patrick that I've always wanted to say to him. I said, uh, well, I mean, always wanted to, but like for this job, and always say something like, like, dude, every time I'm the one who bleeds, right? Like, I'm the one who's not making the full account because I pay these guys. I want to make sure they get paid, and then you pay me through a service, and then I have to charge you for that. Sounds like a chill rest of the day. Sparky Struggles, welcome. I've never seen your name before. I like that. I actually had a buddy. Uh, Everyone called him Sparky. Uh, and funny enough, he had a dog, and he named that dog Sparky. So we called them Sparks when they showed up. And similar to many people I've known who love dogs and gave a lot of their life to that dog, essentially. He gave his entire life to that dog because they died together. So, rest in peace, Sparky and Sparky. But Sparky Struggles, man. Everyone struggles, man. I really appreciate that name. That's a really good name. And of course, I got some regular ones. Like I said, I've put them into my hand before, y'all. It's probably the one time I've ever done it, and ever since then, I like essentially was like, let me learn to be so comfortable with a knife I can just like grab it and roll it on the blade. And they're all still very sharp. So I think last night I did the buck knife, the 119 buck. Rolled that in my hand. No cuts, no kills. And like I said, I keep getting injured, but it's never a knife. Like that one in my hand, that one was, dude, I bought the Beaver bow. It died together. Yeah, there is. I'll tell you the story one day. It's similar to another story I've heard like over the years, but essentially, out one night, hanging out, either passed out on the wheel or someone swerved into his way, and he kind of went off a bit of a ravine, and they went down like 50 feet or something. And I've heard about dogs and guys, car accidents and stuff like for years. What's that? There's a singer who died with the dog. Yeah, I think the guy had a Jack Russell Terrier or something. The guy from Seven Dust did like a song for him or something. He was in that band Snot. Yeah, that's the one I can think of. And then I know a buddy of mine basically had another senior channel pop up on my YouTube. It's a nice story. I'm an electrician, so hard. Okay, gotcha. Life's a beautiful struggle. Hey, and if you don't accept that and do it for you, and it's going to be even worse. I think that's the thing that people don't seem to realize anymore. Or if people ever realized it at all. You know what I'm saying? It's a good question, isn't it? By the way, Scott towels, the only towels. You can buy window cleaning towels, or you can buy window cleaning towels. You're not just gonna clean windows with it, but they do great on cleaning windows. Sheesh, I'll drop a sub for that. Nah, hey man, dude, I'm there with you, bro. Like anyone who basically talks like people don't talk like that anymore, I'm down. Speaking in the antiquated visions of the past, but using it in a modern sense with sensibility is a good idea. Hulk hands. Have fun with your life. Right, where's the other one? This one's a little bit more active. It's got busted knuckles. Yeah, have some fun with your life, peeps. Okay. Pops is my dad. He's like my best friend. The Otis for the channel, actually, what really ramped it up was that knife. It's a Milwaukee 48-22 1906 compact folding fastback knife. And this knife is the replacement of it. And this knife, when you grip up on it, pushes against your fingers right there. And I had a blister at the end of the day. I had it for 5 hours and didn't use it that much. Still had a blister. Just rubbing my two fingers together all day. And then Pops has carpal tunnel. Okay, so with carpal tunnel, this really pushed those two fingers together to a point where he was getting like shooting pains. And so, because I gave him that for Christmas, and one day he starts handing it to me out of his right hand pocket. He's left-handed, so the knife he uses is in his left-hand pocket, which guess what was back there, right? And I found out the reason why is because they added this very uncomfortable bump to the design, right? Which, in all fairness, is not present, in my opinion, on the larger handle they make, okay? Do I have one? Yeah, I have a blade one here. Yeah, that's got a dip right there. So, why would they put that right there essentially? You see what I'm trying to get after? I mean, it makes no sense to me. And then this is also, in my opinion and Pops' opinion, one of the most comfortable knives you can get. They go for like $50, brand new, in package, on eBay. Pops has had several knives, and I got to tell you, just based on looking at this Craftsman knife and this Husky knife that he carried for years, he chose this as a backup knife at one point, and that's the cheapest Husky knife they make, the utility knife, and it's also one of the smaller ones, very thin. There was a little bit of time when he carried this turbo knife. It's got like a slide out kind of deal. And what happens is it gets gunked up, it stops working. And yeah, I was just about to get there. He liked and had a flick blade for a while. And that's the K12, that's the 44307 out of Klein Tools. And if you look at these two handles together, you see why he was pleased with it. You see what I'm saying? There's really no bump there at all, comparative. But Hart makes a dead ringer for a Pops knife. Just a little bit thicker right there in the dip. And that's the White Knight one. It comes in a double package. I bought it just because I needed one to show on stream. And then there's there's this set of Hart knives. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? No. I was certain that I had it right here. Okay, apparently, it's probably on my tool belt, y'all. Yeah, it's on my tool belt. I'll have it next stream, in about, let's see, it's 8:24. I'm going to probably start that one about 9:30 or 9:45, 10 o'clock. I just had to get cleaned up. I had to get things going and ready. So, and I like to talk while I'm here. So if you hit the sub button and come back, you can watch some more stuff. Talk about what I'm kind of planning on doing with some things, and then also show off some knives. But these utility knives are some of the best. This Hart comes in a 2-pack with a longer version of this. This comes down a little bit more, and it's got a hook out. The kick off. The kick off. Thought I was the only one with a razor blade collection. Well, I also have like a regular blade collection too, but no, I got one from everywhere. There's the Gordon, out of Harbor Freight, and trust me, dude, this knife does not do this out of the package. That took about a week of Pop's Old Fish Juice. And Pop's Old Fish Juice, that means WD-40 right here. The Cobalt $6-7 knife, not bad, but I can see some issues with the like how everything is spaced. I can tell you right now, there are premium brands who make this stuff. Gerber, I do not recommend this Gerber knife. I don't think the grip up is very comfortable, and it gives your pinky nothing, man. Hey, dude, like rock back with a screwdriver, the fast back. So I do the Klein with the screwdriver right now. I really don't have brand loyalty, but like I like the Klein one a little bit better because it's got an impact rated extension. It's a little short extension, but it's but it's good. Uh, Only because that's the only one I seen the screwdriver sheet about 7 years ago. See, like the screwdriver handle has something like this on there. So I'm telling you, it's like if it's this one I just can't endorse. I mean, I like Milwaukee stuff. I'm wearing a Milwaukee hat with my bump cap from Milwaukee in it. By the way, the bump cap comes in that hat. I just don't like trucker hats all that much, so I gotta flex for that hat. I can tell you some top brand that I've seen. You know, not only regular. Here's an Exacto. Uh, an Exacto. Uh, an actual Exacto, and it's got the original. And yes, I paid $3 for it at a thrift store. Uh, so I've got classics. I don't recommend the Gerber. I'd recommend this for $5 over the Gerber. I mean, I think Gerber's like friggin' $10 or something, or $12 or $15, somewhere in there. If you want a cool Gerber product that supports a razor, I know I got something here. Yeah, right there. Civi has one, dude. I want to see that, dude. Civiv, sorry, whatever. Civiv, is that how you say it? I have a severe speech. Yeah. Anyway, so the better I go, the harder I go without reading. The Doyle knife was superior in my opinion to the Gordon knife, but with some work, that's a usable knife and it's a flickable knife. And then everyone wants a good joke. Everyone wants a good joke or a good keychain. That's just a hilarious keychain. And then of course, probably the most shameless and shameful thing is a hyper tough knife that's completely made of plastic. The only metal part being the blade. I'll try out. I love Klein. My favorite marking tool is the Klein Scribes. So, yeah, man, if that was a metal knife, I might actually like it with a good detent drop. But like these boys, I just can't say yes to. I know that's not a razor, but I'm using it as an example comparative to this. And this is a specific collection right here. This is the Pops Knives collection, and it basically is sort of like a story here, right? Like, you know, use these kinds of knives, and he tried this, and then one day I found him a heart knife. And this is a bit of a beat up knife. I bought it secondhand. It still works, but it needs some work. It's just for show kind of right now. And yeah. So that's the Pops knife collection, and that's pretty much everything that Pops used to carry around, or does carry around actually, because there's an example of the heart knife, which is right there. Cheers, y'all. Cheers. 17 people. Holy crap, thanks. Thanks for watching. Yeah, don't think I have brand loyalty either. I own a lot of DeWalt, but you'll see, if you ever see it, you'll see that it's very old. I've had it for so long. Cobalt makes a nice one. I gotta admit, I carried a Cobalt for a long time until I used that a whole lot. Yeah, and this one I used for a couple days. I really didn't like it. But I had the Milwaukee version of this, the one that this is like kind of making an ape of, and I replaced it with that in my life. And no, hold on. One of my favorite brands is the Coast knife with the lock over. So now you can't lock it. It doesn't lock in the pocket though. I think if this detent lock worked both directions, it'd be a better product. And yeah, the cheapest Cobalt knife is essentially the same. Or it's not the cheapest. It's $7. This is the cheapest Husky knife, but this isn't the cheapest Cobalt knife now. This guy is. You know, it's like prices changing so quick. I don't even worry sometimes about it. But Coast makes a good utility knife. You want a good money clip that is also a folding utility knife. Gerber, the batshit crazy insane company. I like this channel. I just checked it out. Hey, I'm telling you, man, like, I do these 15-second reviews, and then you have a hard knife in your pocket right now. but black with a serrated blade. See, I haven't seen very many of those. There's weird knife rules around here, and Walmart knows that that's a highly stolen item. You know, but yeah, an X-Acto knife. Come on. See, that's the thing. I had to pull out all the knives in the top drawer. Oh, here's a good one. The Green Boy. That's a Craftsman. Good company. This one has it has a very unique feature over the DeWalt that's very similar, and it sits flush when it's in your pocket and it's locked back because it locks, or it doesn't lock it. Tension holds it, right? So when you push that, the tension hold. But when it's open, it's got a big dimple pop. So like basically Pop said that he liked that a little bit more. I'm from Canada, so not the same products. Fair enough. And it's got a spare blade in there. And then I think there's a little magnet that helps it stick back. A little bit of tension there at the other end. That's a good one. And then I also have, I know I've got this version of this one. Yeah, this does the same deal. Pops out a little bit, and it just doesn't have the extra blade. And it's a small, decent grip up. It's not bad. I actually have used that one quite a bit too. Yeah, carry post. Yeah, carry post the short of it sound dope. Man, see that? Oh man, dyslexia kills me, y'all. I know you're trying to say something important or whatever, but I just can't read it properly. But out of all these knives, out of everything, the one thing I can tell you, a viewer recommended to me was the Fiskars Pro. This is the YC1023 compact folding utility knife. All metal construction, except for this rubber strip. And if you look at this, you know I carry this every day. Does this feel a little heavy because it's all metal? Yeah. I usually clip it to my hammer, hammer holster. It's not a hammer loop, y'all. It'll be on my list. I think it's visible. Yeah, Carry Crew is a great channel to check out if you're into the EDCs, carries, knives and stuff. He basically talks about just his own stuff. I know I posted a guy who does daily pocket checks that look a lot like mine, so check that guy out. He's in my regular whatever. You have to hit the plus button right there. You hit the plus button and then go live is like the first option. The way I do it is I have a tablet, and you guys are seeing things through the tablet. But that's my favorite right now, honestly. That's always it's a $15 purchase, but dang if it's not rock solid hardcore. So, you know, yeah, I don't even want to talk about folders or anything right now because I don't even have all my folders. I will tell you, I do have this Husky knife. And you can't buy this Husky knife because the only way you can do it is buy two Husky knives and swap the blades. Because I love a good Tanto blade and I love a good wood handle. So I needed to put the two of those together. Because I can tell you right now, the regular one looks like this. That's what it looks like. And think about it like this. I've had this one for a long time. And yeah, a very long time. Probably about 4 or 5 years. And by the way, that point right there is razor sharp, dude. I don't like touching this one because I made it like that way, but I also use it way too often for things that I shouldn't use knives for. Oh snap, I haven't posted it yet. Yeah. Carry Crew, I know you're new to everything right now. Red, I know you're new to everything right now, but if you just schedule your stuff out, it might help you a little bit. I know you're pretty good with that scheduling shit, aren't you? And if you ain't, your missus is, right? I don't know. Someone around there's got to be. I gotta tell y'all though, you want a good razor knife. It's this knife. This knife. This is the Razer SX5 and Razer SX3 from Outdoor Gear. I'll be on the lookout. Sparky Struggles, thanks and welcome to the community, by the way. These are the best utility knives I've used in a while. Why would I say these are utility knives? I'll pull those down. Because it is a utility knife. You don't want this straight blade. You want a serrated blade. Serrated blade. I don't want this knife. I want a utility knife. One button. The blades are fairly inexpensive. When I say that, I'm telling you right now, they're chrome coated. They're a little bit stronger. They're a bit springier of steel than a regular razor blade is. So you're getting a little bit better of an upgrade on that. And yeah, a ball bearing knife, Outdoor Gear Razer SX5 is my favorite. I think that handle is a way better one. But razor knives, I have all these razor knives. None of them does what that does. Right? If I'm scraping and I need to scrape, right there, that's a big scraper. I mean, like you have to scrape a window. You gotta pull, get into a little crevice or crack, a crotch or something. Not a crotch. Corner. Crotch. What was I saying? Crotch. I got an itch. Hold on. That's what it was. Thanks, Sparky. Hey, and then there's with the name Sparky, there's the Clark W. Griswold implication there. So just remember that. But yeah, I do have a tool out blade solution that is way better than a razor knife as a regular blade, but this as a razor system is very quick, cool. It's intuitive. One button, locks in, locks out, one frickin' thing. Here, I'll show you. Speak again. Speak, friend, and then enter. Mellow. Yes, I'm a nerd. And I'm a smoke ciggy. See that Zippo? That's from 1967. Yeah, 1967. He's not saying anything, dude. He's not saying nothing. Not saying nothing. What happened? Yeah. Should be working. It means if someone comes in here and they say like bad words or something, or they're like offering you a WhatsApp chat or something, you know what I'm saying? Do you got stuff on your channel, Sparky? I'll check you out. Hold on. Sorry, this is a regular thing around here. Go to channel. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. 15 subscribers. Call me number 16 then, y'all. Then I gotta reload the stream. 20 folks. Cheers. And I guess I don't know if there's 20 people in here, and to tell you that the real pathos right now is the fact that I'm giving myself my third like. Thanks for watching, though. I do appreciate that. Serious pathos in that. Drinks. What's pathos? Figure it out. Two of those are from me. Oh yeah, I know. When you started the new channel, obviously one of the first things was to Try to ride the coattails of a true acolyte. Nah, man, you're acolyte stash. You relax. It's cool. Yeah, dude, appreciate it. Yeah, for real. You're you did, man. You did. Your first day you subbed, and then you got the blue wrench. Just be cool, man. Just be cool, peeps. Say hi to people. Do stuff like that. You know. Hey, 4 likes. That's cool, man. I do appreciate anyone who double taps, drops the likes. See, this is where I'm at. Razor knife. Okay. The Adrian Tools and Reviews out of Jamaica. He carries a similar one, holds 5 blades. And so when I saw that this one holds 10, you know, I had to have my dude hold my beer moment. I think the video was a few months back or like a month and a half ago. It all blurs together because I started out like 90 days or less with a video every 3 hours on the hour for I think a month and a half, 2 months, all the way up from like Father's Day and Memorial Day, today. I did find a Quartermaster's belt. These I have the label around here somewhere, but I used to see this company. It was called the Action Gear Company. Call you she them. Okay. Sparky she. Gotcha. Call me X or O or XO. Or Acolyte or Eddie, spelled E-D-I-E. I don't have 2 D's in my Eddie. There was a war between the 2 D's. Wasn't getting involved. But yeah, I found this the other day in the thrift store, and I was just happy to find this, y'all. This is a very good friggin', it's like indestructible nylon bi-weave, made in the USA. There's a company out of Georgia. Here's a bunch of my art. I make art. They're made from glue. Everyone's got to have a hobby. There it is. Brigade Quartermasters, Action Gear brand products, the BDU trouser belt. And I'm telling you right now, if you carry clip, you carry like any belt clip type thing, it's a good, quick, convenient belt. You can actually slap it on even if you don't have a like a pair of pants. Who's awesome? You're awesome. Everybody's awesome. You know, what is it? Keanu Reeves saying, "No, you're priceless" or something, or you're yeah, I don't know. Where's? Okay, hold on. Yeah, reflectors. Yeah. Man. Oh, and if you don't remember, OtterBox got their start making boxes. This is how they started their company, making boxes. And they put a cute otter on the box. See, cute otter, right there. And he's like, "I'm an otter. I got my tummy sticking out right there. Aha, yeah, that's right." Did I just prescribe a voice to that otter on OtterBox? Yes, I did. And does he sound like an old-timey guy who uses a continental accent? 100%. Remember, OtterBox started somewhere. And like I've got a big, huge painting right over there I'm working on for the weed shop I go to. This one glows in the dark, actually. Do I have a flashlight? Where's my... I've got a UV flashlight down here somewhere. Ball cans, y'all, okay? Ball cans. Oh, there's my desk mat, too. I should put that back up. Let's see if I can find my flashlight. Because I think I can turn this light off and activate it. Yeah, the Miracle Blade 3. Everyone remembers when you needed something like this to cut through a chicken, I guess. Whole wax chicken. By the way, that's an as seen on TV product from when I was like younger. So that brings back the memories. Cheer y'all. And yeah, Scott towels are the only towel. The Buck 119, God love it. Oh, the Buck Highline Dachapa. What a great knife. Literally, like my pocket carry recently. Uh, what's that bulbous thing in the back of the Miracle Blade? The Miracle Blade. Oh, it's like a rocker for like doing. It came in all of them, and there was more in the store. I didn't want to buy them all. Right. You know, kitchen knives aren't really my content, and neither are actual knives. Utility knives are. Here's the Stanley 1299, the original. The original started it all. This one's from 1957 ish, 78 or 58, 68. No, 58. So that belonged to my Uncle Jerry, and he had that since he was in the Navy. God rest his soul. He passed away a few years back. The Targets sells tools. They're called Blue Ridge tools, and this is their hammer multi-tool at $20. Don't buy it. Go to Walmart if you can and buy the Ozark Trail hammer hatchet for $16 or less, because they're all going on kind of clearance right now. Pliers. It's got a decent knife on it. That's an actual decent knife. And I have a knockoff of this, by the way, to show you at some point. I believe it's right here, actually. But I'm not going to show you right now. So that's just the deal. I'm just looking for the flashlight to explain something, and I keep getting sidetracked by all the cool crap I have. Here. The Stanley 10099. The classic. Everyone knows it. Everyone loves it. That's what you had when you were a kid, I bet. Someone handed you a knife one day and it looked exactly like this. Might not have been a Stanley. Might have been something weird looking, like it was like, you know, redesigned by an alien who doesn't understand what a razor blade's supposed to do. Or someone turns it into a tank like the Lutz company. Man, I miss Lutz, dude. Lutz was such a cool company. Go look up old Lutz tools. They're really freaking hardcore. This one doesn't have a blade in it. But or don't buy a hammer multi-tool as well. You know, Carrie Crew, Red, I know that you are cynical about it. It's okay, and I know I'm going to convince you otherwise eventually. Remember, I'm the guy who bought the $5 or $6 machete because Sam told me to, and I already can tell you that was a complete mistake. Just to listen to Sam at all. God love it. I love Sam, but dang it, man, he is like, y'all ever seen that antique cartoon show called the Flintstones or whatever, where they got the big huge meat and they drop it on the car that they drive with their feet, and they got Fred and he's like, I'm gonna beat you or something. Anyway, that's the Honeymooners, really. By the way, that the Flintstones was a joke on Honeymooners. Yeah. Look, I got lots of fun stuff. I don't know where my glow in the dark revealing flashlight is, y'all. But it glows in the dark. Right here, I can maybe do this. Hold on. See if I can just charge it and just lay it up here, and then maybe I can kind of see that it kind of gets a bit of a glow right there. Yeah. I do a little bit of both, like regular paint and stuff, and then all this is Elmer's glue. That's made of Elmer's glue. And this was all rejects. I have one that's just flowers, right? It's like hexagonal flowers. And yeah, those were I made about 100 flower petals, and I think I used about 8 for that particular one. And this one's called Pink and Purple Dragon, because I like to layer them so that it's like a scale or something. So if you touch it, don't touch it. No, touch it. Touch it all you want. That's the little bits from every one of my acrylic colors, and then some of these little boys. That's what I'm saying. The Hellfen knife is a favorite of mine. I have the ability to put that on a S-beaner and like carry that around, you know, on my keychain. Let's say it. By the way, it's if you're one of them savages who opens up boxes with your keys, stop doing it. You're putting gum in your lock. You're putting gums in your locks. Okay. Buy the minute key out of the kiosk that makes keys in Lowe's and Home Depot. It's about $5.50. Save your keys, save your locks. Use that. That's a much more effective tool for it. And then this thing right here alone cuts the boxes open way better. So, but yeah, let's say keychain. That's not a bad ad. Okay, I would be okay. That's not my regular keychain, y'all. That's the Phantom keychain. And the reason I keep old keys is because if you get called out for someone who wants you to cut a lock or whatever, you got to check. You know, I do like light locksmithing stuff, mostly just changing handles, actually. But I've been called out for a door. Hey, my door won't open. And then if it's a quick set, or yeah, I gotta flip this. Hold on. If it's a quick set or a Schlage, one of these keys has about a 60% chance of opening it. And the reason I say that is because they're all radically different cuts on them. One time I used this old Saturn key to open a quick set lock because it's a slightly thinner one than quick set. So yeah, you'd be surprised what that'll get you into. So I would suggest anyone out there, at least for a toolbox, if you're locksmithing, or even if you just change door handles, doorknobs, or you get a call from a lady who's like, "Oh, I need a lock cut off of my my shed," and you're like, "Okay," and you go out there and you look at the lock and you realize it's a waffle master key lock, and that one has opened practically every one I've ever tried it in. So take from that what you will. And that's my only waffle key lock. So that's also a very dangerous thing to understand. Need to clean my lighter, bro. I need to clean my lighter. Very good. I need to clean my lighter. What's that bulbous thing on the top of it? It's a grit of some weird sort. I'm looking for the sheath. Where'd that go? Nowhere to be found, huh? Of course, dude, if people don't know or figured out, friendly here for the 420ers. I'm cool. Drink beer, smoke pot, whatever. MK makes a nice little touche. I like that. Look, the important part of your life is that you hear from me that you should defy what people tell you. You want to do something, go friggin' do it. Stop acting like you couldn't just go do it. By the way, Ozark Trail, $7 fixed blade knife with a sheath. How are you going to go wrong? I handed that to Savvy, my buddy. He's like a knife boy too, a little knife boy too. And looking forward to you're a minimalist smoker. Dude, man, you're not even on the other account. You're not even like trying to self-promote tonight, it seems. So it's cool, right? Like I said, just become comfortable with the blades. And then learn their tells. Learn what they do. And then you can touch blades. You can roll them in your hands. This one's razor sharp. And I do put my fingers against the blade. I just don't push my fingers into the blade. And I also, when I was coming up, every year there was like a show that came to town, and every year they hired me to do like a roll show. She's rolling knives down your arm, catching them and stuff like that, throwing them occasionally. I got to get back into throwing, and I don't have any throwing knives right now. I remember I sent my whole set to my buddy who has a forge, and like I said, I've told you, everyone, that I know someone who makes custom knives. I can't tell you who makes. He forbids me from telling anybody because he's like 8 months to 17 months behind every Christmas. So he's trying to build out his stuff. But right now it's like concentrate on the work, get your jobs done. And then he's also like, and plan a month where I don't do any orders, maybe do some of my own stuff. $5 knife out of Walmart. How is that not bad? And the thing's pretty slick. I think it's got a little ball bearing set in there. And the Realtree, the mossy oak, Country DNA handle is it's really light, it's plasticky, it's cheap. I don't care. $5 is fun for a knife. Uh, how do I prove? How do I prove that if you can spend money on something and have that amount of fun with it, you should? How can I prove that? I don't know. I've bought recently at a Walmart near me that's a rural Walmart. Okay, it's like much more country. I bought a $54 children's Barnett bow. My son loves it. For $54, a smile on his face and getting him off of anything that's a computer, I'm happy. Think about that. Getting him off the computer, $54 worth, one payment. Occasionally buying 2 or 3 arrows. You know what I'm saying? This only holds 3. Okay, now, can I multiply that enjoyment? Because I really like this too. But can I multiply that enjoyment by listening to a crazy man who is also one of my good friends now, OYSL, and purchasing the Weaver compound bow, and then immediately, whilst trying to figure this stupid thing out, jam my hand into that right there, and yeah, that was black at one point. That's all my skin right there. I'm just, I'm hesitant to clean it off because I just want to remember that for the rest of my life. Not to mention, that's going to be a gnarly scar, y'all. So it's cool. Yeah, still trying to figure this thing out. It's all right. I'll get there, y'all. And then my hand's all messed up. It's whatever. But this was $118 on the Weaver app. I'm a member of the Weaver family, I guess, or membership in Weaver. But Weaver will sell you a lot of amazing things. Least of which, okay? What did I see today on the Weaver app? It was, what was it? It was, it's a nice bow, yeah. I mean, it's the same quality as every other bow I've pretty much ever shot. It's like high density composite, like military style, impact grade plastics. Just like, I mean, I've done a couple of aluminum bows, it's $118, right? I mean, I was gonna go buy one up at Walmart for $150. So think about that, right? Although I still might go buy that one too, just because I'd have something a little bit to compare and contrast this with around the same price point, because normal price on Amazon's like $150. But anyway, no, I can multiply the fun factor by just getting a better bow. And then there's a $10. I bought this on clearance, $10 True Glow sight with a light up, so you can see your sightings at night. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. I got that for $10. That's the only thing I'd recommend you change on this bow. Is the sighter is like a three prong sighter. You get a 5 prong, get it all dialed in. I just haven't had time to do that, nor have I had time to shoot it because my hand hurts. So that's what it is. Yeah. Okay. So look, it's 9 o'clock. I'll be back in about 45 minutes, an hour. Okay. Please come back and join the next stream. I have to clean all of this up before I go, so if you got questions or anything real quick before I go, you can ask those. But this is all going to happen right here. Live on camera, it all goes back into its own world. Yes. So, remember, Gerber? No. Hyper tough plastic? No. Milwaukee Little Red Boy? No. The longer one, the screwdriver one, anything with the little bump, the extra bump right there is a go. Cobalt, cheap $7 knife. It's all right. It's all right. I definitely recommend the Daydream Tools DeWalt, 100%. Or there's a lot of similar products. Hart makes something similar. Stanley is their parent company, so you'll find something in Stanley that's about the same. Cheap little knives are good throwaways, good backups. Good to give to a new apprentice, and then every time you find it somewhere, you take a picture of it and you send it to them. Hey, I think that's kind of cool, by the way, Carry Crew. Hey, Rogers, man, I got to take a break here for a minute, but I will be back on shortly. I'm just trying to pack up all the knives so that I can do my math and stuff. Um, yeah, and I got to clear out just because, like the next stream needs to start fresh. Remember, OtterBox started somewhere. They started making boxes. That's why they're called OtterBox. And always recommend, always, every single time, a bump cap. Buy a bump cap. Even if it's just an insert off of Amazon, put it in your favorite hat. It's a padded, segmented, tortoise shell-like thing. If you work in under houses, or even if you're tall. Bump cap. Bump cap. Bump cap. I did modify the Harbor Freight. It says Eddie Eats Harbor Freight. And the joke there is, like, I always tell people, you can eat Milwaukee or you can just suck it. Like the funny part of that is, like, how many people eat Milwaukee like it's the best thing ever? And I'm like, no, they do have good stuff. I just don't think that you should eat anything like it's, not a good diet. Like the metaphor here is, yeah, you're eating the nice shiny candy all the time. I got you. Occasionally, you got to look at a skill every once in a while. They have the same friggin' color setup as your Milwaukee boys. And then you go look at my channel. I at least did a frickin' video. It says in the title, it says, a gift to every Milwaukee fanboy out there. And then it's also set to Fuel by Metallica. So if you're not a fan of the late Metallica, I definitely have a stab right there at the end that makes fun of you. But that's a decent song. And I don't really care about what era of Metallica everyone likes. To be honest, I think that's a dumb thing. It's like politics is kind of a dumb thing to talk about. Doesn't matter who's in charge, man. We're all getting fucked. Fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Yeah, and then so what it is, I'm looking at Milwaukee tools, and everyone that says Fuel, I'm like, yep, nope, yeah, yeah. When it goes yeah in the song, it goes yeah on the video. It took a while to get all of that right because YouTube's editing suite is competently incompetent at best. Craftsman makes a dope knife. They're basically DeWalt's knives too, if you like the DeWalt ones. Well, here's the other thing: is like to tie a song directly to the product, like in that particular fashion, helps sometimes. It's like so. Here's the thing: the best example of that is holding on to. Yes, I am holding on to a hero, right? The Bonnie Taylor song or whatever. Holding on for a hero coming down through the night, right? It's like, so where have all the good men gone? And I show like a bunch of old tools, old Craftsman drills that I see in like the thrift store. By the way, someone bought those, man. I really kind of was hoping that no one would buy them. No one bought that Black & Decker yet, though. So take from that what you will. I can leave those out, I think. I put the mini key down there too. I've seen a lot of key stuff. It's not. It's like a big business, man. There's like people sell those things for like $7. I don't get it. And the Miracle Knife, the Miracle Blade. Always recommend a pry bar, and yeah. Okay, so everything's ready. I'll be back in about 45 minutes, maybe an hour, maybe 30 minutes. Depends, okay? However long this stupid crap takes. Adulting, y'all. Plus, this way I can go pee. I can, whatever. Oh, shit. I forgot to dump some of my load out, y'all. Basically, the Akin boys. Yeah, wow, jeez. Those have been tucked in my waistband all day. My minimum carry is 4 or 5. Usually 4 all the time. And yeah. Don't ever go shopping when you're hungry, but this time I think I did something good. This is great, dude. Literally load this up, carry that to the truck. It's got all my daily shit in it. It's great. Not to mention, since new people are here, I will do a Roxxon talk. Roxxon stuff. Oh yeah, where's the other Roxxon stuff? Roxxon, people love Roxxon when I talk about it, even though I have some mixed feelings on the company, it's fine. And then I still haven't found my KS2E Elite. Yeah, when I come back, that'll have some relevance, hopefully, in the stream. Yeah, like I said, I'll be back. Just like Arnie said, huh? Pop soul fish juice.